Freezing rain, flash freeze.
Snow dropping temperature.
In the negative single digits too.
Wind gusts could be as high as 55 miles per hour.
All 3 runways were iced over.
And that is that Arctic blast.
Today is December 29th. We have 2 more days left of 2022, but today I am out here to check on my bees. Last week we had a pretty bad winter storm that came in, pretty much blizzard conditions. We had, trying to walk up this hill and it's making me so out of breath. I thought I was the fit one. But anyways, okay, so we had this winter storm that was pretty much blizzard conditions. And we had temperatures down to -6 and even a wind chill down to like negative 30 or 40, which is absolutely insane. So today I'm out here to check on my bees to assess any damages that happened. It's about 50 degrees today, so they should actually be making their way out of their hives, which I'm seeing some of them are, and doing some cleansing flights. So let's just see how they're doing. So I was out here yesterday seeing if some of the colonies were alive or if any of them died, and I see that this is actually a better deal because now they're all running around, which is perfect because now I know if they're alive or not. That's good. It looks like they're doing a winter cleaning out all of those dead bees. I really want to know how they take out dead bees. So have you ever watched them? They kind of somehow attach themselves to them and they usually fly them away. Now see how this one's like trying to twist around? Like, is there something underneath them that kind of like attaches to them? Yeah, see, now it removed itself. What's making the dead bee attached to their stomach? They don't appear to be happy that I'm hanging out next to their colonies right now. But they're gonna have to deal. But anyways, yeah, so what makes it so that they can take out dead bees like that? Because I always see them have to like scrape their underside off in order to get it off. So I always wondered what is actually attaching the dead bee to them. I've tried looking it up, but there's no information. So if you know the answer to this, please let me know. I really want to know. This one was one of my super weak colonies, so I don't know. Might not be doing too hot. I mean, there's some in there. That's my really strong colony. Like, they're pretty much guaranteed to make it through the winter, and I see there are a ton of workers taking out dead bees, which is really promising because, again, that means they're really, really strong, the fact that they're doing this. Alright, these appear to be doing okay still. So that's good to see. This one's definitely one of my weaker ones though, so it's a very small cluster. Oh yeah, looking good. You can see that some moisture is definitely collecting on this newspaper up here and is softening this sugar, which is a good thing. So I actually probably didn't need to add moisture when I added this sugar. I probably could have just done the mountain camp method and just put on dry sugar and had any of their moisture soften it accordingly. Because I'm also seeing, you can't really see it, but there is a little bit of moisture on the bottom board down there, which is expected. I tried to tilt all of these so that none of the water when it melted would run through the entrance and into the hive. I tried to make it so that it would flow out, but still you're gonna get a little bit of moisture. Is it weird that I actually kind of want to get stung today? I actually kind of miss it. They're looking as happy as ever, and so are they. Let's see how their sugar stores are. Oh, man, okay. They're all up there. Not seeing much action on this one. So let's see how they're doing. Uh-oh. Oh. Nobody likes to see this. Well, it looks like I've got a dead out. Oh, that's so sad. This was another one of my weaker colonies. The reason that I have 2 boxes here is I was wanting to condense it down into just one single box, but because of the way they put honey on the frames, I was like, well, I'll try it with this colony. I'll try putting on 2 boxes because a lot of the frames, they only had honey at the tops, and this was a colony that I combined 2 colonies together. So I just said, hey, we'll see what happens, see how it goes. So let's dig into this hive and see what they died of, because as you can see, they had sugar, but it might have been that they didn't have any sugar on top of them right here. So they could have starved. Not really sure. So let's dig in and see what happened. I am going to reuse this sugar because sugar ain't cheap. So I'm gonna figure out a way to put this on another colony. All right, this comes off in 1 block. Well. All right, so now that we have that moved out of the way, let's see what we're looking at. It almost appears that they could have possibly just froze to death because they're here in a cluster. There was sugar right on top of them. Okay, so start taking some frames out. Let's see what we're looking at. Got some bee bread on this frame. Ooh, got some honey frames down here they didn't even touch. Some honey, just a little bit up there. All right, this is where the cluster is. Ooh. It's possible they could have starved to death. See the way they're all on this frame? They're in as close of a cluster as possible. Got some bee butts and cells. Absolutely no food on this frame. There was sugar above them, but not directly above them. But it was really cold. Like I said, it got down to like a wind chill of like -30, -40. So there's no way they would have been able to leave cluster in order to get food. Oh. This makes me so sad. Yeah. I'm thinking they starved. So remember how we saw where the sugar was? It was empty right above them, but not around them. If they can't move to get it, then I guess they end up starving. Oh man. Oh. This makes me so sad. Oh, there's the queen. You see her? Oh, and there's eggs in this cell too, or in these cells. Looks like our queens are starting to lay eggs. I don't know if you can see them in there. Yep. See? So she's been busy laying eggs, but then when that cold snap came, that's what took them. I'm sorry, girly. Yep, so I think the reason this colony died has to be because they starved. I don't know what else would have caused it. Yeah, they're eating down on the comb right there. I think they starved. Now we have some honey down there, so that makes me sad, the fact they couldn't even get to it. Maybe I gotta go down to my car and get my suit so I can throw this honey in some of the other colonies. Actually, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, this top box is practically empty in terms of food. And bees don't typically go down. They usually only move up. So, well. So the reason that I'm saying that this colony appears to have died of starvation is because there's no honey, there's absolutely no food in any of these cells, and like I keep saying, there was that empty spot of sugar right above them, and they're in a pretty tight cluster, so I don't see them freezing to death. But correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I am, maybe they did freeze to death, but that just doesn't make sense to me. They're not like covered in ice or anything. They look pretty normal for the most part. So yeah, it always sucks to see it dead out in your colonies, but that's the price you take when you take up beekeeping. So this is my first colony that has officially died during the winter. I had a couple hives abscond, so you can count that too. In the fall time when I moved all my colonies here, mostly probably because of the stress of moving them, they did not like that. They were pissed off. So yeah, but so this is my first time moving up a colony and seeing dead bees like this. It's really sad, but it's all right. We'll make new ones. Let's keep checking all the colonies to see if we have any more dead outs. Did I bring my hive tool? Okay, looking good. Got some action, so I'm assuming they're gonna be fine, but let's open them up just to see where they're at. So they're not into the sugar yet. Honestly, I don't even hear them. Oh, there's some flying out. Okay. Yep, I can hear them in there. They're in there for sure. And, oh yeah, they still got plenty of food. All right, now on to the nukes. Let's see how they're doing. Oh, that's a lot of dead bees. So not up to the sugar. I don't think there's any in here. Got another dead out. Oh, and there's honey right next to them that they didn't even get to. That is so sad. Yeah, so there's barely even a cluster in here, and there's a whole frame of honey right there. I think this one was just too small to support how cold it was. Yeah, so only a little bit right here. Oh, there's all the bees. Oh, they're right on honey. Really, we're chewing down that comb though. You see that? They were really chewing down that comb. It's possible it could have gotten too moist. Had some honey just a little bit over on the frame. They were all positioned towards the back of the colony. Yeah, I got a whole entire... Oh, this one's been getting robbed. Look at that. Whole frame of honey. That is so sad to see. Oh, there's the queen. Oh, she was a little blonde queen. I think this one might have died of just moisture. Do you think this one died of starvation or moisture? Because I don't see any bees with their butts in the cell, and there's some uncapped honey right there. But they all appear to be a little wet. I think this one died of moisture. Got some small hive beetles in there, if you can see them. They sure like to hitch a ride, that's for sure. Yeah, they got some uncapped honey. I think that's the issue. Okay, so one of the things I did this year, because some of my colonies were a little light, is I was heavily feeding until I literally couldn't feed anymore. Because I wanted to make sure they had enough weight. But I really wonder if this is actually a bad thing, because then if they're not able to dry out this honey so that they can cap it in time for winter, they have to go through the whole winter with wet honey in their colony. And what happens when you have wet honey in a colony? It's going to emit moisture and make the hive very moist. So my guess is I think that's what happened with this colony. They didn't eat the wet honey. And so it was creating moisture, because you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but there's you can't really see it, but there's honey in this cell. Yeah, see all that they didn't cap. That may be the reason why they died. Well, that's the only way you learn though. Oh yeah, that is so wet. Kind of smells fermented. That's why they weren't eating it. They weren't able to get the moisture out in time. Or I don't know, maybe it doesn't smell fermented. Okay, it's not fermented, but it's almost straight water. So I think this was a big part of why they died. Actually, I know it. So this one's not gonna go in a colony. I don't want to bring in that moisture. Yeah, here's another one. They're all like packed onto where all of the wet honey is. And like I said, I think that was making them wet. And when the cold hit, it killed them. Okay, so we unfortunately have 2 down so far. One because of starvation, the other one because of moisture. So let's keep on checking. We have around 10 more to look at. Well, this one definitely died of starvation. Maybe. Oh, and there's the queen. See, they were eating the honey, but I don't think they were able to stay in, or the sugar, but I don't think they were able to stay in cluster when they were trying to go over here, maybe. I don't know. Let's take a look. Oh. Well. Ooh, a lot of moisture in this colony. This could have been my own error. See all this moisture that was collecting in here? There was a small crack. So this could be why. Oh my god. This is a lot of moisture. Woo! Yeah, I think water was running into this colony. Oh. Oh, that makes me so sad. All right, not looking good. We got 3 hives down. Oh. I have a feeling this one's not going to be good either. Nope. Got 4. Wet bee bread. If that doesn't tell you anything, then check this out. Got a queen cell right here. Yeah, I think their queen died. Got tons of honey. Some that's uncapped. I'm gonna leave these frames out for them to go after over these next warm days. They'll like that. And they had plenty of food. Plenty of food. So clearly I have a moisture problem in these nukes. It could be because of the shim that I put on top. It wasn't designed perfectly for this nuke, and there were some cracks, so I think water was able to get in. And yeah. Okay, 4 down. Let's see about number 5. Oh yay, these ones are doing all right. Cool. Yeah, so what I'm saying with all these colonies is that moisture has been an issue in these nukes. So this summer, like I said, I need to seal up a lot of these cracks if I want to overwinter in them successfully. And here's my queen. Why is she all the way over here? Look at how wet they look. They're really wet. And you can see the queen right there in the middle. Right there. They're wet. Moisture was the killer. See all that water? It should not be this wet. That is definitely not good. Oh, and I have bee poop on my phone. Oh, I'm probably gonna have bee poop on me if I had to guess. See all of it? Ah, that's gross. Woo! Oh! I've got a mouse. Oh, heck no, buddy. See that? He thinks he can live in here. Yeah, that ain't happening, buddy. Sorry. Gotta evict ya. See all that water? Ooh, that's not good. Okay, so you see how I have this one set up? You see how there's these little cracks in here? Yeah, I guarantee they do not like this whatsoever. I should have thought about this a little better. This hive is still alive, but as you can see, they're trying to seal it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a box on top, because a box isn't going to have any cracks in it. At least in theory, it shouldn't. I don't know why that freaking, this insulation foam is like that. Yeah, that's a big crack. So yeah, I'm going to put a box on top of this instead of this shim. And we're just gonna do that. But first, I'm gonna throw on my bee suit because I know they're not going to be happy. Definitely should have bought gloves, but Oh well. They're going ham on that sugar. They weren't as crazy as I was expecting them to be. This one's good. Okay, got the 2 entrances fixed on those 2 hives. I broke down all of the colonies that ended up dying, so now I'm left with 5 of these nukes. 5 of them died, 5 of them survived, and yeah, gotta carry the rest of this stuff out. I'm gonna leave these boxes right here. I'm taking those frames, but I'm leaving these boxes. They're full of frames that have honey in them that I can't really dig into these colonies and put in them, so I'm gonna hope that they come and they find these and end up robbing them out, because it is gonna be like upper 50s and it's actually gonna be 60 on Tuesday, so it's supposed to be warm the next couple days, so hopefully they end up deciding to rob these out. I don't really know if bees rob in the winter time, so because they're not able to fly very far, so I don't know. Let me know if you know. But yeah, we're looking good. Like I said, it's definitely sad to see hives pass away, but there's going to be more. And this year I took a lot of risks, and because of it I learned so much. Oh my gosh. So yeah, in the end it's still a win-win. But with that, I hope you guys are keeping warm and enjoying your bee winter, and I hope you have an amazing new year. It is only 2 more days until 2023, so if I don't talk to you then, I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, and if you go out in your bee yard this weekend, wear a hat, because yeah, I'm covered in bee poop and my phone is covered in bee poop. Ooh. All right, bye.